Hey, boys and girls, welcome to another Grandpa Story Hour. I am Jason and Wyatt's and future grandchildren's grandfather. I am so grateful to you, boys and girls, for being here today. Hey, do you notice something different about Jason and Wyatt's grandpa? No mustache. Yeah. Then I asked Jason, I said, Jason, what do you think? Do you like it with or without mustache, Grandpa? With mustache. Okay, Jason. Grandpa will grow back his mustache. I don't know how Grandma's going to feel about that, but Grandpa's going to grow it back. We have a story to read. Are you ready? Scuffy the Tugboat and his adventures down the river. Boys and girls, I'm so happy to be with you today. You are beautiful. Your mommies, your daddy, mommies and daddies, thank you so much. Grandparents, whomever is showing this to boys and girls, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start. Are you ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Scuffy was sad. Scuffy was cross. Scuffy sniffed his blue smoke stack. A toy store is no place for a red painted tugboat, said Scuffy, and he sniffed his blue smokestack again. I was meant for bigger things. So a little tugboat thinks he's meant for bigger things, boys and girls. This shit happens. Perhaps you would not be cross if you went sailing, said the man with a polka dot tie who owned the shop. No. So one night, he took Scuffy home to his little boy. He filled the bathtub with water. Sail, little tugboat, said the little boy. I won't sail in a bathtub, said Scuffy. A tub is no place for a red-painted tugboat. I was meant for bigger things. The next day, the man with the polka dot tie and his little boy carried Scuffy to a laughing brook that started high in the hills. Sail, little tugboat, said the man with the polka dot tie. There they are. It was spring, and the brook was full to the brim with its water, and the water moved in a hurry. As all things move in a hurry when it is spring, Scuffy was in a hurry too. Come back, little tugboat, come back, cried the little boy as the hurrying, brimful brook carried Scuffy downstream. Not I, tooted Scuffy, not I. This is the life for me, says little Scuffy. Oh, there he is, looking cute. All day, Scuffy sailed along with the brook, past the meadows filled with cowslips, past the woman washing clothes on the bank, past the little woods filled with violets. Cows came to the brook to drink. They stood in the cool water, and it was fun to sail around between their legs and bump softly into their noses. It was fun to see them drink. But when a white and brown cow almost drank Scuffy instead of the brook's cool water, Scuffy was frightened. That was not fun. Boys and girls, you're doing a good job listening. Proud of you. Good job. Keep it up. Night came, and with it the moon. There was nothing to see but the quiet trees. Suddenly an owl called out, hoot, hoot. Toot, toot, cried the frightened tugboat, and he wished he could see the smiling face of the man with the polka dot tie. When morning came, Scuffy was cross instead of frightened. I was meant for bigger things. But which way am I to go? He said. But there was only one way to go, and that was the running water where the two brooks met to form a small river. And with the river sailed Scuffy, the red-painted tugboat. He was proud when he sailed past villages. People build villages at the edge of my river, said Scuffy, and he straightened his blue smokestack. Once Scuffy river joined a small one jammed with logs. Here were men in heavy jackets and great boots walking about on the floating logs trying to pry them free. And there's a lot of that where Jason and Wyatt live. Lots of logs. Toot, toot! Let me through! Demanded Scuffy. But the men paid no attention to Scuffy. They pushed the logs apart so they would drift with the river to the sawmill in the town. Scuffy bumped along with the jostling logs. Ouch! He cried as two logs bumped together. This is a very fine river, said Scuffy, but it's very busy and very big for me. He was proud when he sailed under the bridges. My river is so wide and so deep that people must build bridges to cross it. The river moved through big towns now instead of villages, and the bridges over it were very wide enough that so many cars and trucks and street cars could cross all at once. Doing great, Jason and Wyatt, and my other grandchildren. The river got deeper and deeper. Scuffy did not have to tuck up his bottom. The river moved faster and faster. I feel like a train instead of a tugboat, said Scuffy as he was hurried along. He was proud when he passed the old sawmill with its water wheel. But high in the hills and mountains, the winter snow melted. Water filled the brooks and rushed from there into the small rivers. Faster and faster it flowed to the great river where Scuffy sailed. There is too much water in this river, said Scuffy as he pitched and tossed on the waves. Soon it will splash over the top, and what a flood there will be! Soon great armies of men came to save the fields and towns from the rushing water. Uh-oh, look at that. There's something happening there, boys and girls. They filled bags of sand and put them at the edge of the water. They're making higher banks for the river, shouted Scuffy, to hold the water back. The water rose higher and higher. The men built the sandbags higher and higher. Higher went the river, higher went the sandbags. At last the water rose no more. The water rushed onto the sea, and Scuffy raced along with the flood. People and the fields and the towns were safe. Whew. Thank goodness. On went the river to the sea. At last Scuffy sailed into a big city. Here the river widened, and all about were docks and wharves. Oh, it was a busy place and a noisy place. The cranes groaned as they swung the cargoes into great ships. The porters shouted as they carried suitcases and boxes on board. Horses stamped and truck motors roared. Streetcars clanged and people shouted. Scuffy said, toot, toot. But nobody noticed. You see where Scuffy is, boys and girls? Scuffy's right there. Little Scuffy. Uh-oh, cried Scuffy when he saw the sea. There is no beginning and there is no end to the sea. I wish I could find the man with the polka dot tie and his little boy. Just as the little red-painted tugboat sailed past the last piece of land, a hand reached out and picked him up. And there was the man with the polka dot tie with his little boy beside him. Scuffy is home now with the man with the polka dot tie and his little boy. He sails from one end of the bathtub to the other. This is the place for a red-painted tugboat, said Scuffy, and this is the life for me. You did a great job listening, boys and girls. Thank you again so much. Hey, parents, please press the like button. We want to spread good news and good stories to children all across the world. Boys and girls, hug your mommies and daddies. Hug the people that feed you. Hug the people that take care of you, boys and girls. Hug, hug, hug. Jason, Wyatt, my other grandchildren to come, I love you. Grandpa loves you. And the mustache will come back. Bye.